Hey guys, Son of Liberty here. This afternoon I'm very excited to come to you with another review. But first, before we get into it, let's talk about what I was carrying before I came into the holster of the Eidolon from Raven Concealment. I'd tried just about every concealable inside the waistband holster that you can imagine. I ran the Haley Strategic Incog for a while. I carried a couple other brands, sticky holsters, some of the lower end brands, anything to try to make it work specifically for me, and I couldn't quite find exactly what I was looking for until I came across the Comp-Tac holster for the Glocks that they made. Now, if you'll notice, the actual piece here that goes over your belt is actually canted. Now this holster is actually designed for people who carry strong side in that 3 or 4 o'clock position. However, it works very good because what it does is if you're carrying an appendix, it kind of cants it just a little bit so that not to expose as much of your actual grip of your weapon. This holster seemed to meet all of my needs. However, there were certain shirts that I would wear that the actual grip of my Glock 19 would actually, it would print. Now, some people don't mind to print. I do, however. I don't want anybody to know that I'm carrying. It's just personal preference. If you choose to carry out in the open, I mean, that's your right. Again, I don't want anybody to know that I'm carrying, so this really fit the bill for me. Now, I didn't think that I was going to be able to find any other holster on the market that was going to be able to do what this holster does for me. One of the things that I personally look for in a holster, especially for concealed carry, is an open end, which means that the end has just been cut off. It's not tapered around at the bottom, okay, so that way that it means it will fit multiple Glocks, which this could be considered a universal. So if I was to carry the Glock 19, you can actually see that the Glock 19 sticks out just a hair on the end of that. Now, if I was to, let's say, wanted to carry the Glock 22, even with a threaded barrel, you'll see it will fit it just nicely too. So got a very sight channel here. Okay, so if you are running a threaded barrel and you do have suppressed sights, you've got plenty of clearance for that too. So that may be a concern for you if you're looking for a holster. So anyway, that's what I was carrying up until now. I'm going to step back just a little bit here so you guys can see. This is the new holster system from Raven Concealment. And this was a collaboration with Kyle Defoor from Defoor Performance. Now, if you don't know who he is, or if not ever seen any of his work or his videos, once you get done watching this review, take a second to check out his channel. He's really big on Trigger Time TV. He's just phenomenal. I hope to one day take some training from him. But this was a collaboration with Raven Concealment that, according to them, took well over 3 years of development. And when you get this in the box, I believe it. So, all right, guys, we're going to take a closer look at this modular holster system. I'm really excited about this setup because I feel like that finally there is a holster that is really worth, or that really deserves the title of being called the 21st holster for a 21st concealed weapon permit holder. I mean, they've put so much time and effort, and the research and development behind this is just, I think it really speaks volume. What I love is the fact that when you first look at this, there's a lot of people that think, well, hey, it looks very bulky. Well, there's a lot going on with this holster, but I promise you that it is very streamlined and very thin once you actually get it inside the waist. Now, this particular piece here can be worn separate. Now, what this is designed to do is this pushes the inside of the holster outward. So as you're wearing it this way, it pushes the gun. It actually causes it to cant outward here, which then in fact turns the grip itself towards the body, okay, and that gives it the ability to be more concealable. Now, this wing here also helps in conjunction with that. What it will actually do is push the outer edge of your pant line outward of your waist, okay, which, and again, it helps in conjunction with this rubber padding. Now, if you don't want to wear this, if you don't like it, you can just simply remove it with a screwdriver, no problem. But it does work as advertised. Now, one of the things that I really liked about my Comp-Tac was the actual cant, okay, of the actual clip itself. Now, one of the things that they have integrated is an actual cant lever system in the actual clips itself. You can actually see the holes. You can probably see it a little bit better on this one. You can actually move these if you want to. You can loosen these screws and move them either straight up 12 o'clock or cant them if you want to, like I have mine. There's not a very large or a very big cant, but you can actually see here that is not a perfect 12 o'clock. It is canted. So anyway, let me go ahead and put this on real quick and show you a little bit more. Alright guys, I'm all set up. The reason I'm just carrying outside the shirt, of course, is just for demonstration purposes. I just want you to be able to see how close that the actual gun itself actually lays against the body. Now, I'm a little bit overweight. I'm 6 foot tall, about 208, 210 pounds. So, you know, granted, I could stand to lose a little bit of weight, but you can tell that even with the additional weight, that this gun still tucks close to my body and gives me that concealability that I'm really looking for. Now, a lot of guys may say, you know, well, hey, you need to get a specified gun belt. You know, I've got an Aries belt. The problem that I run into with the Aries belt, this is great for classes. When I go to a class and I don't want to wear a battle belt and I just want to go minimal, this is what I put all my gear on. The problem that I run into this is the belt is extremely thick, and especially up front when you have 2 layers of the belt to deal with, those clips are pushed out even further than they have to be, and what that does is that causes those clips to actually print. And that was one of the biggest problems that I had with the Haley Strategic Incog holster. Even if I separated the belt here and put the clips in the center, then what it done is it pushed the belt outward, okay, which caused it to even print even more. So for me, this particular belt just didn't work for me. So you know, I've got a different couple belts that I use for concealed carry. This just happens to be one of them. One of the biggest things that I like about this is that with that wing that's located about right here, what it does is it actually creates a hole directly underneath the grip itself. Now what this allows you to do is that when you go for your draw, it gives you a nice channel right underneath your grip to be able to get a full positive retention on your weapon when you go to draw. So as you come down, you've actually got a place to slide those fingers, get a good firm grip before you draw your weapon, okay? Now there's a lot of holsters that don't allow you to do that, okay? Now I've got the retention just a little bit tight because I like to hear that positive click into place, okay? So anyway, that's just one of the biggest positives that I see with this holster. You know, it's going to take me some time to get adjusted from the Comp-Tac. You can adjust the ride height, so if you want it to ride a little bit higher, you can do that by simply just readjusting these clips here, okay? Now again, if you run a 1.75 belt, you can buy the clips for that. If you want to run the actual, they're like carbon reinforced belt loops. I believe that they're carbon reinforced from Raven Concealment. You can actually do those too, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, those come on the Vanguards, which, I mean, honestly, the Vanguard is one of the most minimalist ways to carry, but I love the way that this feels. It's very comfortable. It doesn't bunch up on me. You know, if I need to bend over, this is completely comfortable. You know, I can touch my toes. I can bring my knee all the way up. Okay, so if you needed to actually squat down, it's extremely comfortable to do so. Okay, there is no discomfort in this position whatsoever. So, you know, one of the biggest problems is that when you are carrying concealed, especially appendix, you guys will know your shoelace comes untied. It sucks because you have to do this, you know, this ballerina dance in order to be able to tie your shoes again. With this holster, that's not going to be a problem anymore. At least it's not for me. So anyway, let me go throw on a couple different shirts and show you exactly how much it prints. All right, so this is just a regular polo. You can see it printing there, but just relaxed. Doesn't print at all from the side. Reaching, different movements, just, you know, their logo is that they'll never see it coming. I really do believe that. So let me just try on a different shirt. All right, black polo. Again, just want to show you a variation of colors and styles, so that way you can kind of see, you know, based on your dress styles, how and if it will work for you. You may know black is the easily most concealable, non-printable color to wear. However, depending on the style of shirt, you know, it can still print. So anyway, this is just your regular athletic style polo shirt. All right, guys, I've got a Columbia summer t-shirt on. This one's probably going to print the most just because of how thin it is. Now if I move a particular way, you can see the gun there, but just relaxed under normal circumstances, you know, you're not going to be able to see it. You know, again, from the side, I mean, and again, guys, I'm not sucking in my gut. I'm completely relaxed. Now if I was to move and maybe catch my shirt and go reach for my wallet, something in my back pocket, yeah, you might be able to see it, but for the most part, I mean, right there's the buckle. So anyway, also too, something I've picked up over the years of carrying, if you feel like maybe you just chose a bad shirt that day and you didn't realize how much that you are printing, and maybe you feel like that it's drawing attention, what you can actually do is you can roll your shoulders forward, almost kind of like a slump. And what that does is that will give you a little bit more room down here on your waistline for concealment purposes. So anyway, that's just a little trick that you can do. So let's look at the last shirt. All right, so I grabbed a golfing polo shirt for the last one, light colored. You can see it there. Actually, we may have a winner with this one. It's somewhat of a you know, of a sports athletic fit. So not too bad. I'd still feel comfortable wearing this out in public. I'm trying to make sure that there's enough light so that the shadowing doesn't cover up any type of printing that may be happening there. So anyway, there's just a couple different views of different types of shirts and colors. Alright guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the box itself and what comes with it when you actually get it in the mail. This is your instruction manual. It's actually really good. It's full of a lot of detailed different instructions of a variation of setups. So this is one of those instruction booklets that I'm probably going to recommend that you keep. You know, again, it's just got a different setup for each variation of configuration, different brackets, how the hardware actually mounts to the holster itself. So anyway, this is just a really good pamphlet. We're going to recommend that you do keep that. Then of course your box, and one of the most favorite things there is the Made in the USA all materials by U.S. citizens. And there's your Defoor Performance logo with Kyle Defoor. So anyway, they give you this Raven Concealment sticker for your vehicle, or whatever else you want to do with it, and then of course the accessory kit. Now inside, I'll show you what I've got left over after my configuration is set up for inside the waist appendix carry. There is the bracket configuration for, I believe that this is mostly set up for, and these are going to come into play if you're carrying them strong side, you know, in that 3 or 4 o'clock position. Now I'm only speaking in regards to me being right-handed, since this is a right-handed setup holster. So anyway, so that's what those are for, and I'm sure that there's probably some other configurations that I could still use these in an appendix, but I just don't feel the need to actually use those. So I've got that left. I've got some other hardware, and of course those are going to be for the brackets here. And then here is the other wing, and this is going to be, if I was to actually use this left-handed, I believe that this actually comes with all the kits when you order. The actual full kit is what it's considered, the Eidolon. Now, an ordering tip for you guys, if you are going to be ordering this and you do want the open end to fit a variety of different Glocks, it will say Glock 23, Glock 19 / universal. So that's how you'll know that that is the one that you'll need to get, guys. So anyway, so just wanted to share with you guys what comes in the content. So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Would love to have you come back and visit the channel. Please click the like, share, or subscribe button. And if you have any comments, just leave those in the section down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks, guys. Stay safe.